All right, this is your little illusion box, how you put it together. I think you'll agree it's going to be worth the effort. It's a bit tough, but you'll be able to do it with a bit of practice. You have your base. We'll just open that guy up, just as so. Now, let's also make sure, by the way, when you start, open the door, because you're going to need that in just a moment. Now, I'm going to ask my glamorous assistant, Giselle, to hand me one of the end pieces. Marvelous, well done. Bend it backwards and forwards just a few times to make it loose, so the flap will fall nicely down. Nothing nicer than a loosely falling flap. That gets tucked in just at the end here, just as so. And then, of course, we have one for the other end. Bend backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And that goes in this end, just as so. Just tuck it on in. You'll find there's like a little slot for it just there. Brilliant. Now, you'll notice the floor of the box is actually loose. That's going to come in very handy in just a couple of minutes. Let's hold this up. And we'll take this, Mikey. Thank you. This is a little V-shaped piece of cardboard, or indeed an I-shaped piece of cardboard. Multi-talented piece of cardboard. Tuck that in under your box. You'll see there's a gap at the back here. Tuck it in underneath, turn it upright, and open it out into a V shape. So now we're rocking and rolling. Here's where it gets a little tricky. You might want to get a friend to help you, Giselle. We'll lift up the box as so, and you pop the lid on for me if you would. Marvelous. Now, just show everybody it says front and back in there, Giselle. There you go.
Back and front.
Marvelous, you're so good at this. So we lock the lid onto place. Now, this is where your front door opening is going to help you out. Of course, now it's time for the end flap. Of course, you put your load into the load chamber first, otherwise it's kind of pointless. You'd be producing nothing, wouldn't you, Giselle? Oh, look, I've produced some air. Marvelous. Now, this is another time where you might want a friend to help you. Get them to put their hand in the front if you do that for me, Giselle. And this is where you hold that in place while I just ease up the lid and get it over the top. There we go. And now the box is ready to go. So you can see exactly how it works. Let's turn it sideways and drop that very end flap. Oops, there we go. Now remember, your load would be right here. You show your box empty. Looks very empty, doesn't it, Giselle?
Absolutely.
Excellent. And now we close the door. We say our mystical, magical words. And while we're doing that with the magic drumming, you reach over here, collapse your V into an I, turn it sideways. The floor drops down. That's for when you're vanishing things. And of course, when you're going to vanish something, make sure it fits in the base. Otherwise, again, it's kind of pointless. Then you lift the back of your lid just a little. And then, as you lift away, there's the object you've produced as the flap falls down. For example, Basil the cat. And that's your amazing illusion box. Pretty nifty stuff.